Hello and welcome to Tuesdays with Thomas. I'm Thomas Douglas, the Artistic Director of the Bach Choir, which you can see right behind me. I was trying to cover up some of those empty seats, but it doesn't matter. Today I'm so excited to share with you a classic Bach piece, the Magnificat in D major. It's one of the most profound and one of the most intricate pieces that Bach wrote. He wrote it in 12 different movements, and it's based on the Magnificat, which is Mary's response to the angel Gabriel telling her that she was going to bear the Savior. She says, "My soul proclaims the greatness of the Lord, and my spirit exalts in God my Savior. For he has looked with mercy on my lowliness, and my name shall be forever exalted. For the mighty God has done great things for me, and his mercy will reach from age to age, and holy is his name." That's a poetic rendering of the prayer that she spoke at that time. It's based on the Gospel of Luke. And what's interesting about this piece, I think, is that it's not like a word painting. It's not like Bach took the music or took the lyrics and tried to make the music sound like the lyrics. He just used the music functionally just to set this text. So for one movement, he just uses the text Omnes Generationes, all generations, which we'll hear a little bit later. It's written for 5-part choir, S, 2 soprano parts, A, T, B, and soloists in each category. And it's written for chamber orchestra, including 2 recorders, are sometimes used as flutes now. He wrote 2 versions. The first was the one in E flat, and sometimes he would interpolate 4 Christmas hymns and use it at Christmas time. But then the one that we know now became the D major version, which was known all over. So I'm so excited about the Magnificat. Let's listen to the first movement of it. It's just the beginning of the prayer. "My soul doth magnify the Lord." This is the Bach Choir. Stunning music, isn't it? Well, I want to talk about a friend of mine, and you'll see how this ties in just a bit. But I want to talk about my dear friend, Rudolf Fellner. I just call him Rudy. Rudy was born in 1913 in Vienna. He began as a pianist in Vienna, and then because of the treatment of Jews by the Nazis, he migrated to England and then ultimately to the U.S. That's where he met Anita, his wife, who was a dressmaker. Rudy served in the army, but he also worked as a fabulous music teacher, mentor, coach, conductor, chorus master. In 1964, he came to Carnegie Mellon University as the head of the opera program there. And he also worked at the Pittsburgh Civic Light Opera. He retired in 1979 from CMU, and I met him in 1975. I was in undergraduate school, and he came to Clarion University to conduct a performance of Don Giovanni. And that was my first taste of Rudy Fellner, a marvelous, marvelous man. Some college students would know him from a book that he wrote called Opera Themes and Plots. But I have to tell you a couple funny stories about Rudy. He was also the chorus master for the original television version of A Mall and the Night Visitors. And at that time, the filming was not as sophisticated as now, with multiple cameras and different operators. And so there was one or two cameras, and he had to get from stage left to stage right, or it could have been the other way around. And he didn't have time to go outside and come around. So you can see in the back window of the house, this cloaked figure going across. That was Rudy, and they kept it in the final version of the film, of the TV film. So that's one of many stories I could tell you about Rudy. But we're going to listen to one more movement of the Magnificat, the Omnes Generationes, because it uses the German pronunciation of the Latin. And then I'll tell you another story about our dear friend Rudy. So Rudy Fellner was one of our big supporters. He came to all the Bach Choir concerts, and he would always sit there and I would watch him, and then we would talk a little bit later. Well, after this performance in 2007 of the Magnificat, Rudy came up to me, and he was always very honest. He would always tell you exactly what he thought. And he was only maybe 5'6" or 7. I mean, so next to me, we were just an odd couple. He came up to me right after the performance, and he grabbed me by the front of my tuxedo shirt and pulled me down and said, that was a little too difficult for them, wasn't it? I mean, what am I going to say at that point? I said, yeah. But that was Rudy Fellner, a great, great coach and friend and mentor. Rudy passed when he was 98 years old. And, you just treasure those people in your life. So one final movement, Sicut Locutus est, which means as he promised our forefathers. One more movement from the Bach Magnificat. Enjoy. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. So in our final minutes today, I just wanted to encourage you to do all you can to keep the virus from spreading. We know what the routine is to wear your mask when you go out and wash your hands frequently, 20 seconds, happy birthday twice is what they say. And then to keep proper physical distance from one another. But I love having you here, and I hope you've been enjoying it. And we'll continue doing this, and have a good week. Take care. Bye.